Hey, I know I said I was going to do a custom zombies video next, but before y'all get mad at me, what if I show you this instead? Let's see. First off, we got Laura Croft, Tomb Raider from Tomb Raider, and we got Big Smoke from GTA San Andreas. I'm going. I know it says most popular fictional characters. I'm guessing it's wanting me to pick who's the most popular, but for me personally, I'm going off who I like more. And I gotta say, as much as I like Big Smoke, I like Lara Croft better. Link or Cubby? Oh no. Why'd you do this to me? Why'd you do this to me? As much as I like you, Cubby, I gotta go with my boy Link. Scream or M. Bison from Street Fighter? Oh man, I ain't played Street Fighter. Man, I got the newest one. I just don't really play as much. Scream as in Ghostface. Ghostface. M. Bison, bro. M. Bison got that. He got. Oh man, so hard, so difficult. I guess I pick Ghostface because I'm more familiar with Ghostface than M. Bison because I barely played Street Fighter. Aquaman or Garfield? I gotta go with Garfield, bro. I hey now, I'm not that old, but I know Garfield, but I'm not old. Okay, maybe. No, I'm not. I'm 25. That's not old. Anywho, Sherlock or Pink Panther? Panther. It's Panther, not Panther. Do 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 do. Oh, I better stop if I get copyrighted. Pink Panther. Freddy Krueger of Sub Zero. I gotta go with my boy Sub Zero. I've been playing Mortal Kombat since Deadly Alliance. Right? Is the first 3D game? Besides, I'm not counting Mortal Kombat 4. Even though it is technically 3D. I'm um I'm going for, I don't know if it's a Deadly Alliance where Liu Kang they kill Liu Kang, or is it Deception where Shijinko gets decepted by Unaga? Onaga? I think that's his name. Anywho, Sub Zero. Dory or Donald Duck? I got a soft spot for Dory. I really do. Just keep swimming. Something about her is like so endearing, you know. So Dory. Goofy or Gumbo? Oh man, another difficult one. I gotta go. As much as I love Goofy, I gotta go with Gumbo. Gumbo just got it all. Really, like it's as much as I like Goofy because like I grew up with, I didn't really have cable growing up, so I would put on these. Well, so we had DVDs, not DVDs, not even DVDs, not even CDs. It was VHS tapes. I'm not beating the Unk allegations after this. um, but yeah, and we used to watch Mickey Mouse, Looney Tunes, Betty Boop, uh, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, etc. But yeah, Gumball for the win. It's got it's just so much funnier in my opinion. Gumball is much funnier than Goofy, and as much as that Goofy so endearing, it's lighthearted and whatever. Gumball is just, I just prefer Gumball. The references and just not even just the references, just the jokes they have in the show and that in the character of Gumball himself. I really enjoy it. as I enjoy the character. Woody or Michael DeSanta from GTA 5? I gotta go with my boy Woody. I didn't really. I'm gonna be honest with you. As much as I like GTA 5, I couldn't really get into the characters that much. Maybe that's just me personally. I'm more of a Nico Bellic kind of guy from GTA 4, but Woody, Woody, man, it's like growing up. He symbolizes more than just a character for me. It's like I don't know. I can't explain it. But I get that I would feel that people in the comments or people that out there would know what I'm talking about when I say that Woody is phenomenal. And the chemistry that he had with Buzz Lightyear, like I know we're just talking about one singular character, but like I don't know, man. And like I remember more of Woody than Michael. I'm not saying GTA 5 stories bad. I'm not saying Michael's a bad character. He's a good character. Like he has depth. I'm not saying he doesn't or never has. I just prefer Nico Bellic, but I'm saying that I prefer Woody over Michael DeSantis just from the fact that I can relate to him more than Michael DeSanta. I guess I know it's kind of weird. Anywho, in a weird way. Dwight Schrute. I'm not really going to be good at pronunciations of these. Or Trevor Phillips. Like I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a grudge against Trevor Phillips. I'm gonna be honest with you. As much as that, it's cool to see that he can just tell through people and whatnot, or like rampage and whatnot. Fun fact: I think he's actually younger than Michael DeSanto. I think he's younger than him, believe it or not. Which I think so, but I never really liked Trevor. I never really liked Trevor in GTA 5. Of course, my favorite character was Franklin. I mean, most people, I think their favorite character was Franklin, but Trevor was just a psychopath. I mean, I guess that's a good way to put it. Like like I said, he has depth just like Michael DeSanta. He has depth like all the rest of GTA characters. I'm just saying that I don't really like, I guess, that much craziness in a character. Dwight, he's funny, especially like he's mostly just deadpan. But like I really love I think like from The Office, right? And I just love his character. I just love how he just jokes around. Um I'm gonna be honest, I hadn't really watched much of him as much as I know much about Trevor because I played GTA 5. But I remember more of I don't know. It's like I'm gonna be honest with you, like I don't really know either of these characters as much. I know Trevor as much. I'm sorry. I just don't really know much of Dwight. But I prefer Dwight over Trevor if that makes sense. Because Dwight is not a sociopath, I guess. I don't know. I'm weird like that. Anywho. Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader, or Master Chief, bro, you gonna put me in a between a hard place right now. I grew up with both of these characters. Master Chief, 313. Is it 313 or John 114? I forgot. Oh my god, no. I'm gonna be clowning in the comments. Believe me, I grew up with Halo. I just haven't played it in a while, okay? I just haven't played it in a while. Because I honestly prefer the Arbiter over the Master Chief. I prefer the Arbiter. And I know it's weird. I just prefer the Arbiter over Master Chief. His voice and the way he takes command and like I love the scene where he goes back to back with Master Chief like they're brothers and stuff like we're fighting together and I love that shit. Um Anywho, Anakin, bro. Anakin is a beast, and I think this is unfair to pick either Master Chief to go against Master Chief because Anakin has I don't know Anakin is a beast. I just everybody knows that. I don't even have to say it. Everybody knows that. The chosen one. Bro is literally the chosen one. He went toe to toe with Jedi Masters, Grandmasters. It's just no contest. I'm gonna be honest with it's like I'm not saying it's no contest because I grew up with both games. I grew up with both characters, but I'm saying that I prefer Anakin because I guess I just relate to him more. I mean, Master Chief John is like, hey, I'm not just a soldier. I'm more than that. I'm not just a guy or a person that's just sent out to be war. I can be more than that, and I am more than that, which is very thoughtful. It's a very compelling story, which I absolutely love. Anakin's is like a fall from grace. You know what I'm saying? It's literally just a fall from grace, and I honestly, and it's just heartbreaking too. It's like, but both of these characters are so good, but I prefer Anakin. If I'm going to have to choose, I'm going to have to choose Anakin. And the chemistry with Ahsoka and the way he portrayed himself in the Clone Wars, it's just phenomenal. I love every bit of it. And I guess I'm being biased, Hill. It is biased. It's my opinion, but I'm just saying. Anywho, James Bond or Frodo Baggins. I'm going with Frodo Baggins. I'm be honest with you. I didn't really care for 007, the special agent kind of guy. Frodo Baggins from Lord of the Rings. I'm be honest with you. I he I mean I guess it made sense, but he kind of almost screwed up everything. But I guess it was the point of it was how things supposed to happen, cuz like he literally got corrupted, and I'm gonna be clowned on, but the side character was actually the main character the entire time. I believe that, and I say that I don't even remember his name, but like he literally carried Frodo. He's like, nah, I can't hold on to the Ring of Power or whatever it's called, but I can carry you up there for you, bro. And he literally did. He literally fought against the Spider Person, the Spider Queen, or whatever that thing's called, and it was awesome. Anywho, maybe I'm just larping. I am yapping, but anywho, Frodo for the win. I'm just a for even if I don't even know Frodo, even if I'm just saying stuff out of my ass, I love Lord of the Rings. Anywho, Tom or Homelander? Oh man, Tom and Jerry, Tom from Tom and Jerry or Homelander. Oh my god, Tom and Jerry, bro. Why you gotta do this? I'll say Homelander. I'm gonna okay. I know everybody's talking about finale lately, and probably I'm probably late on it. I love the end of it. I love the absolutely end of it. Like when the point when Homelander was humiliated and he said all that. I can't repeat it here obviously, but you can look it up if you want to, but I really like that part cuz like it was always coming cuz he was always just a narcissistic, evil person, but there's another side to the coin. He was raised as a weapon from birth. It still doesn't excuse his evil actions, but from the boys, or Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. I gotta go with Tom and Jerry. I gotta go with Tom. Like I said, I know it's bias. I grew up with Tom and Jerry. Like I watched the boys. I watched the boys in and off for like how long did it last for? 5 or 6 years, 6 or 7 years. I think it was 6. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Tom. especially I love Homelander, especially the earlier seasons of Homelander, which is my best. I think the earlier seasons of The Boys was the best. I didn't really like the latter seasons. Um, Shout out to the actor playing Homelander. He did a phenomenal job, by the way. The rest, all of the cast did a phenomenal job. The Deep, Butcher, Mother's Milk, um, Kimiko, Huey, 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 too. All of them did. Starlight. I mean, Starlight did something, I guess. Deep. Anywho, Tom. Golem, or Megatron? Golem is just a sad story about how he got corrupted by the Ring of Power from the. I mean, he did technically save everyone because like he literally fell off into the lava at the end of the movie. By the way, they're making. Didn't they say they was making a sequel to the original to the Lord of the Rings, which I like. I don't know if I misheard it. I don't know if I'm just talking out of my ass heel, but I don't really care for. I'm not gonna watch that. I really not. And like well, if you don't like it, don't watch it. I won't. I won't watch it. But anywho, like I said, I'm yapping. Um, Megatron is a beast. A beast. He, I would never forgive him. He did so many things, badass things too. But the one thing I would never forgive him is for killing Jazz. Is for killing Jazz. He literally ripped him apart, bruh. He was my favorite Transformers. I love Jazz. It was not Bumblebee. It was not Optimus Prime. It was Jazz. Also, he had a nice car. He was the nice car. Anywho, Megatron. Also, the Megatron movie. I love the Megatron movie. If you haven't watched the Megatron movie that came out a while back, you should totally watch it. The trailer did it disservice of the movie. Go watch it if you haven't, if you got time. It's phenomenal. Anywho, Franklin Clinton or Princess Peach? So we talking about a guy from GTA. We talking about a guy from girl from Mario. I never really cared for Princess Peach. I'll be honest with you. I was more of a Luigi kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? That was actually my favorite Mario character. Besides Shy Guy, it was Luigi. Oh man, Shy Guy. Didn't they first appear in Luigi's? Not Luigi's. Yoshi's Island. Is that where they first appeared at? Shy Guys? I could be wrong. I could be. But yeah, I don't really care for Princess Peach. She gets kidnapped from Bowser. Gets kidnapped by whoever. Mario saves her, rinse and repeat. And I know they made a new one, a new game. Super Mario is it Super Mario Wonder or something? And I know they made movies, and like I'm not saying she can't defend herself. I'm just saying like for the most part of the game's lifespan or the series lifespan, she's always been the damsel in distress, I suppose, and I don't know. Um, but I'm glad they get. I'm glad they. I'm glad they taking the direction that they taking her with. Like going against Bowser. Defend herself. Which, I mean, have you seen? Have you seen her in Smash? Mm-hmm. Anywho, Franklin Clinton. Um, I prefer Franklin. I relate. I can see myself in Franklin, and I know it sounds weird, but like I don't know. He's like a underdog. He wanted to make something for himself and not stay in that life that he was in. He wanted to be better. He wanted to be something in life and not just um a gangster. And when I say that, I mean like not like I'm not. Oh well. what I mean is that I'm not. What I mean is that he didn't want to be a gangster that wind up dead on the streets somehow, some way. And I'm not disrespecting no way of lives. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying that he wanted to go somewhere and not stay in that one place forever for the rest of his life, because he had ambitions. He has. I'm not saying had is past tense. He has ambitions. He has dreams, and he did accomplish those dreams in the GTA storyline. Thankfully, he became his own CEO, has his own business, and still has his best friend and everything. Has his wife and has his kids. And all in all, I'm proud of him. He got his good ending. So it's Franklin. G-Man or Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow. I didn't really care for Black Widow. I feel like growing up, I mean, she was cool, special agent. I feel like she was like with Hawkeye, not like together like a couple, but like I'm like they're both like agents with incredible skills. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I want more than that. And G-Man, I prefer G-Man from Half-Life. I don't know when Half-Life 3 is ever going to get released at this point. I don't count the VR. I mean, I guess I could, but like I feel like it's more of a little mini spin-off kind of thing than a like a VR game spin-off than a Halo Half-Life 3. But G-Man is mysterious. I will say that. Which is, as an understatement, should I say. In that voice, it's like Mr. Freeman, you know. The way like he can literally like stop time. Like I never really played Half-Life. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just know the character from. I played a little bit of the first game, the second game I should say, because I had Gmod installed as well. He's such an instant because like we don't know who he serves. We still don't know who he serves because he says he has employees or something that he had to keep a close eye on Gordon Freeman. So that's pretty cool. That's really cool, and I really like that. Chris Redfield or Homer Simpson. Now, this would be difficult if I would say earlier Homer Simpson, as in the first couple of seasons of Homer Simpson. But Chris Redfield, my guy, Chris Redfield is a goat. I'm not saying as a goat as in Resident Evil. He's a goat in a gaming character. My guy literally went mansion, fought Wesker, punched the boulder. He lost his friend. And he still went on. Like he fought so many. Is it BOWs? I don't really know much about Resident Evil. I'll be honest with you. Like I only played Resident Evil 4, which that's the one he was there with the other woman. I forgot her name. I didn't really get into Resident Evil that much until the latter part of Resident Evil, especially Resident Evil 7. R.I.P. Ethan Winters, the GOAT as well. But yeah, Chris Redfield's got it. That man literally punched a boulder. That man literally went suplex. He slammed Wesker. I know it because I did play the other Resident Evil where he had to save Jill Valentine, right? Jill from the mind control thing Wesker put on her. So it's gotta be Chris. It's gotta be Chris. Every time I think of Chris, I think about that video talking about his peanut buster. Anywho, I'm talking out of my ass right quick. Ryu or Soli? Oh man, Ryu. Like I don't really play as much Street Fighter, but I people talk about Ryu. So I guess he's like he travels the world trying to challenge opponents. He's like a martial arts hobo because he doesn't have a home. He just travels place to place. And I know his feet's got to be hurting because I think he walks barefoot, right? I played Street Fighter 5. Is it? No, yeah, I played Street Fighter 5 and 4. I didn't really get into the old Street Fighters. Um, Blanca, I really like Blanca, the green monster. Um, and that luchador from Street Fighter 4, right? That luchador, he never came back. He never came back. And he's actually one of my favorite characters too. But solely for Monsters Incorporated, oh man. Solely, man. It's like he wanted to be the best scarer. As I think it was from the movie. But like he went to this place, this room, and cause like the movie, everybody knows what movies about Monster Square. I don't really have to explain it, but like they go to these rooms to scale the scale meter so they can get highest point stuff like that. But he has a fondness for that little girl and the dinosaur. They put the dinosaur thing, and it's like I don't know. I really love Soleil, and it's just so hard though. It's like I haven't watched Monsters Incorporated because I can't really tell the character of Soleil because I ain't watched in a while. And when I don't watch something in a while, I forget about it. But Ryu represents it's like you can always challenge yourself, challenge to grow stronger. And I guess it's basic, but like that's really motivational. And I think that suits me better. Scooby Doo or Davy Jones. I gotta go my Scooby Doo. Davy Jones is cool, but he's not iconic as Scooby Doo for me. Yeah, and Scooby Doo never gets old for me. Except with Velma, but we don't talk about that show. We don't. That you know what? I shouldn't have said nothing. That show does not exist. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur. So you're talking about Bulbasaur or Daffy Duck? Bulbasaur, Daffy Duck. Daffy Duck, I prefer Daffy Duck because Bulbasaur at the end of the day is, I guess I didn't really grow up with Pokemon. I grew up with Pokemon. I had the Pokemon cards and I had the Fire Heart or whatever it's called on the DSi or DS. But at the end of the day, I didn't really grow attached to Bulbasaur. I was actually I didn't really play as because like I don't remember as much of the Pokemon because I actually got because the last time I remember playing Pokemon at all was when on the DS when I was playing Fireheart, whatever it's called, and I got lost and I this was back then when I didn't even have a phone. I didn't even have a computer. I just had that DS and I couldn't look at no information, how to tutorial, how to get out, not get lost. And you might be saying, hey, how could you get lost in a Pokemon game? Well, there's one guy and that one guy's me. But anywho, Daffy Duck, more iconic, obviously. Nico Bellic. See, this is what I'm talking about. Nico Bellic or Michael Scott. This is a hard one because Michael Scott is really funny too. And like people made memes about so much like parkour and the jokes in the office and like I don't think the show itself would be the same without Michael Scott. I think Michael Scott and some of the other characters carried the show, but I think Michael Scott carried the show for me. Nico Bellic, I prefer Nico Bellic. Nico Bellic represents he he shows up in the new world, which is he shows up in America because he shows up in America with his cousin. Oh my god, y'all gonna clown me. Roman, Roman. There you go. I remember because let's go bowling. Um, it's like I prefer Nico because he's like one of the most grounded fictional characters that I know. Like he went through war, he went through military. He saw the terror. He saw the disturbing nature of war, and he doesn't put up in like Roman asks him like, what do you think about America and like the American dream. Nico's like, no, there's not really an American dream here, cousin. It's like people's just still hard out here. And I guess I can relate to him because I grew up poor. I'm still in that area, but you know, I guess I'm biased because I like a character that I can relate to more. And I guess you know that's just me. So Nico Bellic, Tweety or Thor. I'm gonna go with Thor. Now I watched Looney Tunes, but I don't really care for Tweety as much as I preference against for Thor. Thor is a beast. Thor is crazy. And when man went and said, "Hey, you know what? Galactus, you're done. You are done." Bro became Galactus' hero. Bro went toe to toe with Galactus in some continuities. See, don't think. See. Like I said, I prefer Thor. I'm gonna pick Thor. I don't really like comics. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like comics as much as manga because comics get finicky. They get really finicky, and with timelines and yada yada yada, you gotta follow this guy to follow this guy, and writers change up a lot. And manga doesn't really have that problem as much as comics does. Mangas could switch writers or artists and yada yada, and things happen, but not as much as comics. Nathan Drake or Dark Side. Hot take. I'm gonna say this as a hot take. Um, no, you know what? Never mind. I retract that statement. I was gonna say Lara Croft is better than Nathan Drake, but man, Nathan Drake's got it. I remember. I had this book when I was younger, and it was like a Guinness World Records book of gaming, and they had this was before even Death Battle happened. They would literally match up two gaming characters together, put their stats up to see who would win, and they had Nathan Drake over Lara Croft. Um, which I found fail. I think Nathan Drake could beat Lara Croft. As much as I prefer Lara Croft over Nathan Drake, Nathan Drake can beat Lara Croft. But that's just it. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm yapping at this point. This is a yapping video. It was just a brain blast from Back to the Past. Anywho, Dark Side. Dark Side from DC Comics. He's pretty cool. I don't really know too much about Darkseid because I don't really care for DC villains as much as Marvel. I prefer Marvel with DC anyways. Darkseid. Darkseid. Give me a moment. Darkseid. Let me think about it. That's why I don't really know much about Darkseid. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know he lives up on Apocalypse, right? The planet Apocalypse, and he waged a war against the New Gods, I think, with the All Father. It gets finicky, and I guess that's not even him, really. That's just an avatar of him, and that he can't really die because if he dies, the universe gets destroyed because he's like a balance or something. I don't know, like a necessary evil force for the universe. It gets weird. Comics get weird. Anyways, Nathan Drake. Nolan Grayson, Omni-Man, or Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen. I grew up with cars. But the thing about it is they killed the Cars franchise. Cars 3, I don't really like. I think it was Cars 3, the latest one they made. I don't really like it, and I feel like it killed the franchise for me. And I feel like that they should have passed the torch to the new car, uh, the younger car that was in the movie, like passing the torch, which would be pretty cool. But I don't know. Anywho, Omni Man, Nolan Grayson, pushing away from the memes, pushing away from the Think Mark Think memes and all the memes from Invincible. Nolan Grayson is a complicated character. I'm not saying Lightning McQueen isn't, but I'm looking at I'm doing differences based off memory because I don't want to look these I don't want to look these characters up because I look these characters up. I think it's cheap because I'm looking at this from my own personal opinion, for my own personal preference, and I truly think Omni Man is better than Lightning McQueen when it comes to my own personal preference. He is I won't say too complicated, but he has like I don't know because I can say that as well because he's a man that literally had a change of heart. His race is like designed to take over planets. Not like his race as his genetic level. I'm talking about the society, like the strong versus like only the strong will survive, and that was basically what the cleansing happened and yada yada. But he left Earth after he barely killed his own son. He barely almost like he literally almost did it, but he left Earth because felt sorry for him. But Nolan literally self-reflected. He could have wiped out everyone. I'll be honest with you, he could have wiped out everyone. At least I would assume so. But I don't think anyone would be powerful enough to stop him. The Immortal was pretty close, but I mean, and people clown on the Immortal a lot. People really clown on the Immortal a lot, but people underestimate how powerful he actually is. Because the thing about it is, the Immortal is like a small. It's like a small fish in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like you got Omni Man, and you got. I mean, even I would say Mark Grayson as he is right now, with Omni Man. Not saying he has power as Omni Man right now, but I'm just saying like Mark Grayson. You got Alan. You got Battle Beast. He's my favorite character. I love Battle Beast. Man, he just love it for the game. But I'm saying that people underestimate the Immortal. But we're not talking about Immortal right now. We're talking about Homelander versus Lightning McQueen. And Homelander wins that for me. Oh my god, especially that end of that episode with Thwag. I say Thwag. Oh my god. Look at me mispronouncing stuff again. Thrag? Yeah, Thrag. That was pretty cool. Thanos or Jack Sparrow? I gotta go with my boy Thanos. As much as I love Jack Sparrow, my boy Thanos. The thing about Thanos though is that I will pick Thanos, but Thanos is that he is in the comics and like it really shows pictures of comics. I'm assuming that it's when I say a character, I'm going off of comics and movie. Comics, he was a sent for death. He literally tried to wipe out half of the universe to get her affection, even though she loved Deadpool more. So he caused Deadpool not to even die, so he can't be with Death, which is kind of crazy. In a movie, it makes more sense, but I guess not really. I don't know. It's like it's weird. He still wipes out half of the universe like for more supplies and for other people because they can't. Because I guess it does make sense, but like both of them still failed. So I mean the movie won't succeeded. I mean the comics did kind of succeed too, until the Living Tribunal was like, bruh, you're not doing this. Not a lot of people can go through the Living Tribunal from DC Comics, but anywho, I'm yapping. It's a yap video. What do you think? Mike Wazowski or Mario? Mike. I see you, Mike Wazowski. I picked Mario over Mike Wazowski. I'm gonna be honest with you. Of course, Mario's more iconic, Mike Wazowski, but like Every time I think about Mike Wazowski, I think about that librarian from that first movie. Always watching. But yeah, Mario obviously more iconic, and I know Mario more than Mike Wazowski. Squidward or Freddy Fazbear? I'm going for now Freddy Fazbear. What? Wait, did I just pick it off of? Oh no, I sure went with Squidward. Because I relate more than Squidward, because Squidward's like the adult me. It's like, as a kid, I'm like, Squidward's like all grumpy all the time, yada yada. And going back, I would actually pick Squidward. I just pick Freddy off of impulse because I grew up, kid, you know what I'm saying, FNAF, yada yada. I got a crazy story for that, but that'd be enough for another day. Charmander or Saw Puppet? I actually watched all the Saw movies, believe it or not, including Saw 10, Saw X, and I'm actually a huge. Believe it or not, I'm a fan of Saw. I'm a fan of Saw, the original Saw, especially the first Saw, which is crazy. People dismiss it a lot because of how. I mean, I guess it makes sense because personally I like it. Um, until the story gets kind of convoluted. But even then, it's like, are we judging? I guess the Saw people for me, especially it's Laugh. So we're going to go with that one. He appears in other movies as well, in the Saw franchise. So yeah, Claire Redfield or Patrick Star. Patrick Star for the win. Patrick Star is not actually dumb. He's pretty smart. He just doesn't use his brain. That's the thing. It's like he's a genius, but like I he's an underground genius, I guess, a hidden genius. Cleo Redfield, I don't really know much about it. Like I said, I never really played the old Resident Evils. That's a lie. I did literally play I guess was it the first one where they literally went to that mansion with Wesker to find out what was going on, zombie dogs and yada yada. Yeah. I don't remember Cleo. I don't remember much about Cleo. I'll be honest with you. Like I played the remakes. I played the both scenarios with Cleo and Leon, but like that's the first time I actually really played with Cleo at all. I didn't really touch Cleo, even though in the first one, I think it was the first one. Well, if you pick Chris, actually, it's actually harder if you pick Chris because he doesn't start with a gun. He starts with a knife. But Cleo starts with a gun. I think, if I'm assuming, is it Jill? That was Jill, right? No, that was Jill in the first one. Right? I don't remember. I'm talking out my ass right now. Anywho, Patrick Star more iconic. Doofenshmirtz or Steve Rogers? Doofenshmirtz. Evil Incorporated. I like Captain America's pretty cool. I just prefer Doofenshmirtz because all the crazy and wacky machines he invents. It's like he can literally invent almost anything. He's just so dumb. Like he's a genius, but like also he's like doesn't have common sense. Perry the Platypus, yada yada. But like he's just so iconic. But Jen Kazuma or Jake, you're gonna put me in a hard place right now. Jen Kazuma. I grew up with Tekken though. Jen Kazuma. Jake, I gotta go with Jake. Jake the dog, bro. It's literally Jake the dog from Adventure Time, bro. Like, how can you not like shapeshift magic dog? And Jen Kazuma is like I say, if it was like between Jen Kazuma or you know what, I'm just gonna pick Jake. Jen Kazuma's pretty, especially his devil form is pretty alright. I never played a new Tekken 8. I only played Tekken 7 up to Tekken 7. I did play Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and I did play the old Tekken games as well. My favorite character is obviously King or / Armor King. Both are two different characters, but I still like both of them. That's the same. Jake, Ghost, or Will Turner. Like I said, I watched. It was a fun movie, but I wouldn't go back and watch it again as much. Like I love it. I just want to go watch it again. That's the thing. Ghost. If we talk about old Ghost, then yeah, the new Ghost, I don't know. Like, I guess he's cool. I don't really play much of Call of Duty anymore. I don't even touch the new ones, to be honest with you. I mean, technically, that's a lie. I play Cold War, and I did get Black Ops 7, but I can't play it because I don't have PlayStations Plus. I don't even have any, so I can't play it. Because I bought it on the PlayStation. Anywho, old Ghost, yeah, new Ghost, I don't really play it because I can't really say it. I'm assuming it's both of them, so I'm gonna pick Ghost. Buzz Lightyear or Cora Johnson, CJ. We all know which one it is. Cora CJ, bro. So much relatable. CJ. It's a sad story. Jesus San Andreas is a really sad story. You know, with his mom. You know what they did with his mom. That green. What was it called? The green saber. That was like. So that basically, came from the inside of that gang. Well, it was crazy. It was sad. He's pretty funny too. I love the parts where I love when he walks in at his house. He's like he just looking through his photographs and stuff like that. And then Big Smoke comes out of nowhere. He's like, hey, "What you doing in the house, fool?" Yeah. Oh, what do you say? He says, something in the wrong house, fool. You picked the wrong house, fool. Yeah, Big Smoke. Oh man, memories. Anywho, CJ, Ganondorf or Scorpion? Scorpion. I love Mortal Kombat. I really love Mortal. See, the thing about it is, I love fighting games. I love Mortal Kombat. I love Tekken. I already picked Link, Ganondorf. I'm sorry, you cool, but I already picked Link, so I can't pick you. Virgil or Ben Tennyson. See, this is a hard one because Virgil, I love Devil May Cry 3. Devil May Cry 3 is my favorite Devil May Cry. That's actually the first one I ever played, and that's the only one I've fully beaten on the hardest difficulty. Um, which I guess it's not really that much of a flex because like I think the Japanese version is actually hard, and they had to tone down difficulty for the American version for the PS2, I think. Anywho, Ben Tennyson though, bro. Like Virgil. Let's start with Virgil first. Do you have motivation? You know what I'm saying? That meme. He is the brother to Dante, and like it's cool. Man, if you got time, watch the trailer, like the intro cinematic for the fight between Virgil and Dante in Devil May Cry 3. They literally fight, and they literally go so fast that the rain it forms like a little. They cut through the rain so much that it doesn't fall on them. It goes around them. Like they literally slice it. It's crazy. It's really cool. But yeah, Ben Tennyson, Ben 10, um, the Omnitrix. Oh my god, the song, the intro too. He's got superpower. He's an ordinary kid. He's Ben 10. Oh man, Ben 10. I ain't watched Ben 10 in a minute though. Ben 10 of Virgil. Ben 10. The Omnitrix was gold. I love the Omnitrix, the different aliens that he can choose from, and the way that he used those aliens. Even though I think one of them was pretty ruthless. That little salsa alien was kind of weird. But that we're basing around character itself. We're not basing around music, I guess, because like if I were basing around music, I'm going with Virgil for Bury the Light, obviously. But I think Ben 10, I would prefer Ben 10 because like I'm not a veteran of Devil May Cry. Let me get this straight. I am not a veteran. I never played the first two Devil May Cry games. I only played three, and that got me into the series. So I'm guessing I have to go with Ben 10 for that. Avatar or Billy Butcher? Avatar. I'm gonna pick Aang. It's that simple. Billy Belcher was pretty cool, and the actor that played him was really good. Um, Oi, Huey. Oh my god. But yeah, Aang for the win. My man literally, my man literally went with the Fire Nation, Water Nation, and I was like, Aang was crazy. Like you see this face. Like he's just he ain't nothing. Aang is a beast. Not saying was a beast, is a beast. Still is. Even at old age, when he got older, he still is a beast. But yeah, Aang for the win. Clank or Bugs Bunny? Ratchet and Clank. See, the thing about Ratchet and Clank. See, hot take. Jack and Daxter's better than Ratchet and Clank. I'm gonna say this right. As characters, I prefer Jack and Daxter as Ratchet and Clank. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's just me. I grew up more with Jack and Daxter, the trilogy over Ratchet and Clank. I can't really say much. I got the profile picture of Ratchet on my PlayStation account. I mean, but Clank, Clank is pretty fun. Now I do prefer. I don't know. Daxter's pretty funny too. Especially like if you go down, like Daxter, Daxter literally said, "Man, what you doing? Get up!" it's like the Batman game over screens before the Batman game over screens was a thing. Because the game came on the PS2, Jack and Daxter, and the Arkham games came on the PS3, Xbox, respectively. But yeah, Bugs Bunny. What's up, Doc? John Marston or Solid Snake? Oh, you're gonna put two goated characters into one. You're gonna make me choose two goats. You literally gonna make me choose two goats. You got John Marston, the man, the myth, the legend, versus Solid Snake. I said Snake, the man, the myth, the legend. You got two legends, and I gotta choose one of them. I Solid Snake. Solid. I'm honest with you. I haven't really played much of Metal Gear Solid. I played. I don't really. I guess the earliest Metal Gear I played is the one that he actually had to sneak through the base. Which I guess he does sneak through bases pretty much almost every game basically. But like the PS1, was it PS1? Did he came on PS1 or was it PS2? The earliest PS2, I think it's PS2 Metal Gear Solid. I played it on the PS2, and I never really picked it up ever since. And I don't know why. Metal Gear Solid is peak, as in Red Dead Redemption is peak. Both of these are peak, but I would prefer John Marston. Both of these are complex characters. It's like choosing my favorite. Like I said, it's choosing goats. It's choosing peak. Even if I choose the other, I love both of them equally the same. But I know more about John Marston than I do know about Solid Snake. John Marston was an outlaw with a gang, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption 1, which is cool. He plays Arthur Morgan, but we're talking about John here, so we stick with John. He has to go through the game hunting down his ex outlaw members, his ex, gang members for the government, basically. Or they, bounty hunting, or they're gonna take his family. And it's a sad story. It's a really sad. It's a Western tragedy, because at the end of the game, like you got all of them, but you're the last outlaw left. There's still an outlaw left, and that outlaw is you. And you in that barn alone while your family rolls a raid because after the military comes after you, Rip Uncle, Rip Lumbago. He's looking. He's goes through the barn. He cracks open the door. He cracks open the barn door. Just a peek. He not even crack. He just peeks through the barn door. He sees all his military people and the officials that forced him to do this. Forced him to work with him. He knows that he can't take them all, but he knows he has to at least pull out a distraction. Not even this, more than a distraction, a sacrifice. Because he is the last outlaw. John is the last outlaw that needs to be taken care of. And in the last mission, it's like it's so sad. But he does right by the end. John Marston and Arthur Morgan was not good people. They was not good people. They was outlaws. But at the end of the day, they did the right thing. They did the right thing for the people that they care about. And I guess that's admirable. It's really admirable. It really is. So John Marston. Undead Nightmare was peak. And I don't know why. I'm sidetracked. Undead Nightmare was peak. And I don't know why they didn't add it back to the Red Dead Redemption 2. They should. Jill Valentine or Neo? I'm going to have to go with Neo. Keanu Reeves. Not even Keanu Reeves. I'm talking about Neo himself from The Matrix. My boy, I want it. I got this drip that Neo has. This is one of my favorite outfits of all fiction. Is what Neo's got on. That shades in that outfit's pretty cool. But I'm looking at the outfit. I'm trying to look at the character. If we talk about original Matrix Neo, it's really iconic. The slow motion builds, the way he dodges, the way he's like he's he's beginning to believe that part. That was pretty cool. That was really cool. I don't really know much about Jill. I think she was in the first game too, the first Resident Evil, and she was in Nemesis. She was in Resident Evil. What was the game with Nemesis in it? So I don't know too much about Resident Evil. That's the thing. I don't really play much Resident Evil. The only time I really got into Resident Evil, really, and I actually beat it was the new Resident Evil, which is Resident Evil 7, the newest ones. Which I guess I'm not an OG. Okay, I'm not an OG, but I really enjoy their games nonetheless. I don't too much know about Joe, but I would prefer Neo. Crash or Michael Corleone? Crash Bandicoot. Oh man, I have not seen you in a minute. I grew up with Crash Bandicoot. I grew up with both characters. I grew up watching The Godfather. My relative had his VHS tapes. They had all the Godfathers. They had the whole series. And it's a tragic. Michael Corleone is a tragic character. He came back as a war hero, and he was thrust into the life of the mafia, the mob. And he changed. He changed from just being just a regular boy that came home from the military, war hero, to a ruthless, dark man. But it was just the way of the life in the mafia in that movie. And he's just sad. He's a tragic character. He pretty much lost everyone that he loved, that he cared for. He either pushed him away or something happened to him because of his own actions. And it's just sad. And Crash Bandicoot on the hill, and he's a wacky little guy. Oogaloo. With his Aku. His like little guardian angel Aku, basically. I'm gonna go with Michael Corleone. As much as I love Crash Bandicoot, and by the way, my favorite Crash Bandicoot is I think it's Twin Sanity on the PS2. That was the goal. I don't know if it's PS1 or PS2, but that game is awesome. Twin Sanity. But if I have to go with preference, I'm going with Michael Corleone. So we got Fred Flintstone or Evie. I am not beating the Unk allegations with this one. I know Flintstones. Yabba dabba do. I don't really care for. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I prefer Jetsons. The Jetsons. I feel like the Jets. I can't beat these. I'm not gonna beat these old allegations because Jetsons is old, and I know everything I'm talking about. So, but the thing about it is that, like I said, I didn't really have cable. I wasn't growing up with stuff like that. So we used to watch these VHS tapes my relative had, and so that was our childhood. Um, Flintstones is a family man. He makes dumb mistakes that in the game. At the end of the day, he's a family man. Eevee, Pokemon, Eevee. I don't really know much about Pokemon. I have my friend. She knows this amount of Pokemon, and I'm like, I do not know much about Pokemon at all. I do not. But like, like I said, I don't really care for Fred. I guess I'm going Eevee. Just I don't care for Fred. You can't do this to me. You got two goats again. It's the same situation. You got Mordecai or you got Finn. I'm going to have to go with Finn the Jake. Mordecai, he dropped the bag. He literally had a girl that loved him. The girl that loved him, and they was together, mind you. And he's still. I think that was together. He still wanted to chase after one that didn't like him anymore. That went to college. Man, literally about to kill his best friend, Rigby, over a girl, bro. In that one episode, which is crazy. And I know Finn is at fault with the same kind of thing, but not as much as Mordecai. Mordecai is more. Finn is a way better character. I'm not saying way better character, but I'm saying that in the grand scheme of things, Finn is a better character than Mordecai. Mordecai, both of these are relatable, very, especially in relationships when it comes to Mordecai. They do some wacky stuff, but I prefer Finn, honestly, because Mordecai does both of these characters do some questionable things, but Mordecai goes above and beyond. And it's funny because both of these characters don't really that much. I mean, I won't say don't really that much, but and at times when they really need to listen to their friends or their close loved ones, they don't, and they think on the impulse, which I guess is relatable. But if I have to go with, Finn the human. I really do. As much as I like Mordecai, I really have to go with Finn the human. I just like Finn. It's no question. I like Finn. I love the episode where you know what, one episode that freaked me out on Adventure Time was that with that deal. At the part, it was like, no, he was like, who did it? And the peppermint patty or butler, whatever his name was, he's like, it's him. And then the deal turn around, and no, the camera turns to the deal. Deal looks normal. He stands up, he takes off his hooves like it's gloves, and he does his hand motions like, oh my god, that is crazy. I was pure terrified because it's like a ghost town because everybody was gone. And it turns out Dill kidnapped them all. Steve or Astrobot? Obviously Steve, more iconic. But Papyrus or Kung Fu Panda? I'm gonna have to go with Poe. Much love Papyrus and Undertale. Poe is like, and I know we're talking about all of the character, like all of the movies, but personally I just like the original Kung Fu Panda. Ka-chow. No, that's, oh my god, that's Slime McQueen. I mean, Skadoosh. Yeah, Skadoosh. Poe is. It's really sad what happened to Tai Lung though. Like, bro, because I'm not even talking about. I need to stop yapping. I need to start sidetracking. I just really like to talk, I guess. Poe. Bro really went like I'm not even supposed to be here, like, or even the Dragon Warriors or whatever they're called, the crew. It was like, you're not even supposed to be here, bro. Go home. And it's like, no, I'm not going home. I'm gonna prove myself. And he did. He really proved himself to become the Dragon Warrior. I still feel bad for Tai Lung though, bro. Tai Lung got robbed. I'm gonna be honest with you. Tai Lung was like, I trained so hard for this. And you telling me I'm not the Dragon Warrior? It's so sad. Papyrus, he's a fun little guy. Spaghetti. Um, puzzles that he makes for the human. I hadn't played Undertale so the last time I played Undertale was on a PS Vita. I had it on the PS Vita, I think. That was a lot. I could have played it a little bit more easily on PC. I think I bought it on PC, but like back then, my earliest take on Undertale was on the PS Vita. I don't know if anyone know what that is or if you remember it, but yeah, I played the PS Vita version of Undertale. And Papyrus was pretty cool. Um, but as a character, Poe is more fleshed out in my opinion. Like in a way that I guess he has this growth in a way that hey, I accomplished this. I had to, this and this and this and that. I guess I just like here's an uplifting battle, I suppose. I mean, I'm not saying Papyrus didn't have his own trials and tribulations. He literally wanted to be the captain's guard. He literally wanted to capture the human to be on the captain's guard or something because he really desperately wanted to. I guess to prove a point, to prove himself that he can be something. You know, we got Mark Grayson or Tony Stark. I gotta go with Tony Stark. As much as I like Mark Grayson, Tony Stark is like, bro, he was one of my inspirations as a kid. Besides, now growing up, I didn't really read the comics. I just watched the movie and I read one comic here and there until I realized that Tony Stark may have some problems. But at the end of the day, I that's a hard one because Mark Grayson, he's pretty cool, but like he's not. I know I'm really biased. Like I said, it's my opinion. But Tony Stark, I'm gonna say it like this: the best of Tony Stark in my mind beats the best of Mark Grayson. I'm not saying in physical power, not saying any of that, because Mark Grayson would obviously could defeat Iron Man, Tony Stark. Um, in some continuity, I'm like I said, I'm going back to comics. Comics is wacky. Comics is like I said, whoever is the winner, whoever writes the story. But I'm going with Tony Stark. Man literally built a suit out of scraps. It's like there's something about ingenuity I love about it. It's like human ingenuity or how you pronounce it. I love that. I really love that. I think that's what Tony Stark represents. On the best of Tony Stark, that's what he represents. Optimus Prime or Bruce Banner the Hulk. This is really hard. We have a great leader in Optimus Prime. One of the greatest leaders in fiction, I would say. Because he takes accountability. He doesn't say, hey, do this and do this and do this. When something goes wrong, he takes accountability. He says, no, that's not their fault. It's my fault. I take the blame. And that's what a great leader does. That's what a great leader really does. Oh man, I remember God, it's been so long ago, the old cartoons and the movie of Linkin Park. R.I.P. Chester Bennington. Anywho. So we got Bruce Banner, the Hulk. Oh yeah, let me hone say. Let me stop. Optimus Prime is a beast, just like Megatron. Even I would say even more than Megatron, because my bro was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get my get back for what you did with Jazz, for what you did with Bumblebee, for what you did with all the other Autobots, or even other machines and whatnot. I'm gonna get my get back," and he got his get back, and he got his get back hard. He really did. Bruce Banner Hope. I love Bruce Banner Hope because it's like a Jack on Hyde situation. It's like the monster inside, and he tries to control it. They really did him dirty in the MCU. We all know that they did him really dirty. I love The only part I like the MCU Hulk is when he's talking to Iron Man and Captain America. You know, he tries to control the beast. You know, stuff like that. It's really cool. It's like there's a monster inside that he can't really control. He has a mind of its own, and that's the thing about the Hulk or Bruce Banner. It's it's a fight. It's a fight from control. You know, when he gets angry, and something cool about that. And something tragic about that. So I'm gonna go with Hulk for that reason. Kratos or Gordon Freeman? When I say I'm biased, I'm really biased. I love God of War. I grew up with God of War. I remember when I was younger. They used to tell my relative. They used to tell them, "Hey, you know this, and this, and that." They would still get it for me, thankfully. Kratos is a man that seeks redemption. Is a man of many of things. He was not a good man at times. He was a good man at times, and he was not a good man at times. He has so high of the highs. He has fallen of the falls. He became a god of war, stripped of that title, rose back up, and defeated Zeus, avenging his mother and you know all other people that the gods harmed. Not saying Kratos is not without fault. He is at times a brutal, ruthless person, possibly evil, depending on how you look at things. But he expresses guilt. He expresses that, especially in God of War Ascension, he expresses really guilt that he defeated. When I say defeated, you know what I mean when I say defeated. He defeated, quote unquote, people that didn't deserve to go down like that. And I find that really I find that it's just something how a man or anyone, man, woman, whatever, doesn't matter. A person that goes through all that but decides to be better. And he chooses to be better. He becomes better. He really does. I can't say Kratos is peak. Kratos is peak. Gordon Freeman is peak. A scientist. Killed up with a crowbar, got his suit, HEV suit, whatever it's called, and said, "Hey, let's take back. Let's do this. No questions asked. No nothing. No talks. No grand speeches. He's a mute character, but what I'm trying to say, he just went straight to town. Both of these guys are beasts in their own universe, in their own right. But if I have to choose, I have to choose God of War. I have to choose Kratos. And also, yeah, Gordon Freeman, you know, G-Man and whatnot. G-Man, if G-Man has an express interest with you, and I already told you G-Man is like powerful and mysterious. If G-Man has an express interest with you, you're something else entirely, which is crazy. You're something else entirely. Seriously. But if I had to choose, I have to choose God of War Kratos. Indiana Jones or Antonio Montana. Antonio Montana. I didn't really care for Indiana Jones growing up. My relatives did, but I didn't really care for it. Antonio Montana, Scarface. I watched Scarface. It's one of my classic movies. It's a movie, all right. I can't really say much about it because it has other tones to it, but it's a character that I can't really explain Antonio Montana because I feel like somebody else could explain it more than I could. He was a smart, calculating, ruthless man, and he did had it all. But the thing about it is, nothing lasts forever. Something either catches up to you, or it will come crashing down sooner or later. In that way of life, it will, and that's what happened. And that's what happened to Antonio Montana. Antonio Montana. I mean, that iconic scene where he says "Hello to my little friend" with that grenade launcher, you know, in that mansion, that last stand, pretty epic. So yeah, Tony Montana, Nemo or Johnny Bravo. I gotta go with Johnny Bravo, bro. I literally the thing about me growing up is that I like characters like Johnny Bravo, but not in that way, like you know, with women and whatnot. But like as a guy that poses and whatnot, I just like this stuff. That's why I like JoJo. Um, Johnny Bravo. Yeah, he could be kind of. I wouldn't say sleazy because like that's not a good word for Johnny Bravo, but like I can't say womanizer because he's not that either. He tries. He gets game. He does get game. It's just we just see the times that he doesn't and the times that he fails a lot. He does get game though. And at times I find him really funny. So that's that. I think he does help people at times too. He's all around just a funny guy. I just prefer Johnny Bravo. Nemo's alright, but like Nemo maybe be like the main thing of Finding Nemo is Lily in the title, but like I feel I'm more in line with the side characters of that movie more than Nemo himself. So Johnny Bravo. I think I'm gonna have to do one last more after this because I feel like I yapped. I feel like this video is long enough as it is. Walter White or Shaggy? We're gonna go with Walter. We're gonna go with Shaggy. I watched Breaking Bad. Walter White is also a tragic character, but not like tragic character. I mean, I guess it could be tragic. I mean, he was literally dying from cancer. He was a chemistry teacher. He went on that road to try to secure money for his family. But at the end of the show, he literally says, "I just did it for myself. I did it because I liked it. I liked to do it. What he did, and I can't say what he did, but you know what he did. Just type in Breaking Bad and boom, you got it. He was let's just say he was good with chemistry because he was a chemistry teacher. That's all I gotta say. But Shaggy is a goat. That man went 10 toes on the ground, 10 toes deep against spikers on a one because he Shaggy is a cowardly character. But even then, that's not really a good time because when he locks in, he locks in. Shaggy is an underdog. And Shaggy's not one to be messed with. So with that, Shaggy. Okay. This is the last one because I think this video is way too long. So we got Fub up with Donkey. Donkey. As much as like Fub. Like I think Fub was me. Fub was me when I was young. I didn't really talk until I was like 5. But I would say I was intelligent. I would say I was smart. People still call me smart to this day, but I'm not. I'm not. I would admit I am not as smart as I used to be as a kid. Kid version of me would beat me when it comes to intelligence. Um, but Fub is a cool character. Quiet. Doesn't say much. Pretty smart, like I said. He does get the bag. He does get the bag that girl. I think Doofenshmirtz's daughter at the end of the series was pretty it was pretty crazy, but good for him. Then we got Donkey or Donkey. People are like onions. They have layers. Donkey. Okay, I'll stop. Donkey is I like Donkey too. Donkey was I think is actually the first friend that Shrek ever had. in the series, because I think like isn't like the first movie literally when Shrek had to scale away knights. Yeah, and then like Donkey is like they're trapped and whatever. It's pretty fun. Um, he's a pretty funny character too. I don't remember what he was singing. He was like, but you gotta have friends. he he went. I mean, he bagged a dragon. Which I guess it's cool. He bagged a dragon. I don't want. I don't want to hear no hear me out with the dragon in the comments. Okay. I mean, I know what true people are about. But yeah, this is it. All right, this video is long enough. Oh, Rick Chan says of Mickey Mouse. Okay, this is it. I'm done. I hope y'all enjoy this, wherever this was, wherever this is, and I hope you have a great day or night. Take care.